Yo, what's up guys? We've got a very special episode of Best Eats Auckland today. We're gonna review 3 of Auckland's best sushi joints, and I've got a special guest coming on this show. If you guys have watched NZ First Dates, well, you know, let's cue the special guest. Yo! So we are joined here by
I will be judging the date on what food they're going to be selecting and how they eat it.
I am the obnoxious food snob, also just recently appeared on the TV show First Dates, and I'm here to try some really delicious Japanese food here with Peter.
Yeah, so we are going to 3 different joints. The first spot that we're going to is Daruma. This is my favorite joint, and they do it sushi train style, so you get lots of variety, and there's one plate in particular that I absolutely love. The next spot is a place that both Min and I agreed should be on this top 3 list. It's And Sushi, a little joint in Newmarket. And then the third spot, this is gonna be Min's special place. I've never been there, it's called Kokoro, and I've been recommended this place by a whole bunch of different people, so can't wait to try this. Let's find out which of these 3 is the top spot. Get ready for this episode.
You're gonna see some sushi jitsu happen here.
So excited right now. We just grabbed a whole bunch of the sushis. We're out here in Daruma and Albany. There's another store out in East Tamaki if that's closer to you. I'm a little bit anxious right now because you know, Min describes himself as a little bit of a food snob, so
Obnoxious food snob.
so I'm not quite sure how he's gonna react to these foods. I've asked him to give, you know, honest feedback. Don't hold anything back. So let's start with our first one here. It's a whelk shell, which is you know, I'm not really sure what a whelk is, but Min might know.
It's a sea snail.
Cheers!
That really, this is the texture that you're getting. It's not much flavor. Would you agree?
Not much flavor at all. It
Yeah.
just kind of soaks up the flavor from the soy sauce, and then yeah, takes that on.
Now this beef tataki has looks like spring onions, sesame, and some kind of sauce.
Yeah, looks like ponzu sauce, but we'll see.
Got a peppery kick to it. This is a good intro to sashimi if you're not a fan of fish.
Absolutely. And the sauce is nice. It's got a little bit of a sour hint, and you got that umami coming out from the miso flavor as well. Not bad. Pretty nice. Now this is something that you don't see on the menu every day. Fresh kingfish nigiri. Cheers.
That literally tastes like the ocean. Like, it's very smooth.
It's super buttery, the meat, and you bite in and it just kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
Oh, should we go in for a little bit of that kidna now?
Kina.
This
AKA
is
sea urchin.
Sea urchin, aka the egg of the sea.
This is basically egg yolk on steroids. You can taste the minerals, you can taste all the sea rocks and the sea salts. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like Little Mermaid here, you know, maybe that's where Ariel has got her red hair from.
This is one of my favorites. This is fluke fin.
Fluke fin.
Yeah. The fish is also known as flounder, and you're just taking the tail bones. This is also a delicacy in Japan, so sometimes it can be as expensive as toro. I'm curious to see what Minchin says about this dish.
I gotta say, I never tried fluke fin until now. I'm gonna try this without the soy sauce and the wasabi so I get the true feel of what it is. Yeah, it is different.
It's different.
Yeah. No.
So I find
That is
it
good.
I find it a little bit buttery, but at the same time a little bit crunchy as well, which is why I
Yeah.
like this so much. And
So it's got texture and it's got a bit of that fish taste, but it's not coming through as offensive. It's just like really yummy.
And this is the star. This is the one that I eat like 5 plates of every single time I come here. It's my favorite. It's the California roll. It's just some slightly grilled salmon with a little bit of fish roe and some crab inside. And it's topped by a delicious sweet miso sauce. Cheers! Oh,
Hungry. That's good. But I just like this one overall, just because, one, this is money. Like, you got 4 components in this thing. Fish roll, then you got smoked salmon, followed by your typical rice, then avocado and crab. That is a good sushi.
It is a good sushi. I love the flavors on that one. You're tasting a little bit of the char from the salmon because they normally flame grill the top over. So you're getting the miso sauce as long as the mayonnaise mixed in with a little bit of a burnt flavor. Now it's time to head to our second spot and sushi. We actually know Min through family friends. We've been family friends for a very long time. Yen's Malaysian, Min's Malaysian. There's this whole Malaysian community going on where everyone...
Basically, there's like this secret society.
Yeah.
Well, basically, there's a whole group of Malaysians that just want to eat.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's pretty much it is. Like,
That's
we just
exactly
wanna eat
what it
Malaysian
is.
food, but we gotta eat it together. I mean, the authentic stuff.
I love food. What am I going to be eating for dinner? What am I going to be eating for lunch to tomorrow? Sometimes even when I'm full, I'm thinking, oh, and what am I going to eat for breakfast?
And love, that is the foundation of good Malaysian food.
And a lot of pork fat.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, we're ready for some sushi fusion. We have arrived right now. Let's go. Picked a couple of these sushis and we're ready to eat. Got a little bottle of kombucha as well, which is fermented tea.
Power fusion. Cheers. Really like how this has a proposed, like, delayed flavor delivery. So the first bite you get the mayo, then you get hit with that really nice fresh radish. Then the tuna comes in just to round it all up. Oh, that's so good.
That is so good. All right, let's go clockwise. There's a huge slab of avocado sitting right in the middle of all that purple rice. And then you got this black sesame mayo up on the top. A couple of strands of fried carrot and a little bit of pumpkin in the middle too. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
You're getting that sweet from the pumpkin, the creaminess from the avocado, and that slightly salty umami flavor from the mayo.
That's
Nice.
good.
All right. Should we go in for that salmon now?
Okay, it looks like it's got cream cheese, some avo, and some cucumber. I like it. This is a lot of cream cheese.
It's a lot of cream cheese.
A lot
yeah.
of cream cheese. Nothing wrong with cream cheese.
No, I kind of.
There's just a lot of
it. I feel like it overpowers the salmon a little bit. Like all I really tasted is.
I still got cream cheese in my mouth.
All right, this last one looks like a real winner here. Just some sweet prawn with a little bit of what looks like wasabi infused mayonnaise.
With some
and then
micro-herbs.
With some
and stuff.
micro-herbs, yeah. Let's give that one a
Okay.
shot.
Last one. I think we saved the best for last.
That was a real winner. The mayo on top is so delicate with just a hint of that wasabi spice that comes through into your nose, just a little bit. So it doesn't saturate the flavors coming in from that sweet prawn. That was really, really good. It had a slight char on the sweet prawn as well, so really nice balance
It's
of
a good
flavors there.
prawn. Yeah, really good prawn. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And sushi. Check it out.
All right.
Oh no! This is our last stop.
The sashimi platter has just arrived. It's looking super fresh over here. As soon as we walked in, it was just that nice level of sophistication that you expect from a Ponsonby store. Min, so tell us about why this place is your favorite.
I really love Kokoro just because it's got really good presentation, it's got great service, and the food is fresh. It's so unbelievably fresh. And just look at this dish. It is so beautiful. The articulation and the way it's presented, it just makes you go, yeah, you're gonna feast with your eyes first.
Salmon cheers.
So, salmon cheers.
That is fresh.
Yeah, that's fresh.
That is
right?
ridiculously fresh.
Yeah. It's fresh off the boat.
It's fresh
It's
off the
so
boat.
good.
It's so fatty and it's so smooth, that texture.
Velvety.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
Let's follow that up with a nice bite of toro tuna. This doesn't look like the tuna that you get
Exactly.
at
This is not like,
most
you know,
other places.
this is just, you can tell this looks high quality.
My gosh. It's like you don't even need to chew that tuna. It's just melting.
Yeah, literally melting. Like you can actually get the layers of the fiber, but the fat is just like dissolved.
And it's so good. Oh my goodness.
That is crazy. King Tarakihi. I've actually never had King Tarakihi before, so this is my first time with that. Well, I've never had it in a sashimi anyway. I've always had it cooked, so it's got like an interesting texture. It's like slightly ribbed. Interesting. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's chewy, very meaty.
Really meaty. It's like you can taste the protein in this one.
It's not super
It's not-
flavorful.
Yeah, not super flavorful, but yeah, it's got that crunch.
Yeah. That was nice.
Yeah.
Save the scampi sashimi for last. This is the best way to have scampi in my opinion, because you really taste the sweetness from the meat and see exactly how fresh this one is.
Wow. This is so good.
It's heavenly.
I'm not usually a big fan of scampi, but this is easily one of the best scampi you could get. This is excellent.
It's excellent. This is definitely my favorite one on this plate. Scampi is something that I just absolutely love. I don't know how you get so much sweetness out of a prawn. It's like a candied shrimp. That's exactly what this thing tastes
giant
like.
candy shrimp.
Yeah. Thank you. Amazing nigiri dish has arrived. Can't wait to try this out. We're gonna rock, paper, scissors because we don't have two of each. We're gonna see who gets to make first pick. Let's go.
All right.
Paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors.
Oh shit.
Yes, I get to go first. For the ikuda and were you wanting this one?
No, you go for it. It looks good though.
And the sea urchin. Oh man, this looks so good. Oh, it's making me so happy right now. The little ikuru balls popping, and then that strong flavor from the urchin. Oh,
All right, I'm gonna go for the blue fin tuna because I love tuna. Smooth, like silk.
this is a prawn from New Caledonia. It's special. I think what they've done is they've taken a little bit of the head brain and they've put it underneath the meat,
Oh,
in
okay.
between the rice and the meat. Because I'm getting that slightly bitterness and that rich head flavor. Oh wow.
I'm gonna go for the flounder. Let's see what it's gonna taste like. Because flounder is a great fish to fry, but it's good to eat fresh. We're about to find out. Definitely a different experience. Crunchy, and it's got like an earthy note. And it's got like different levels of flavors coming through. And the flounder, that is actually really good.
That was actually the one I was going to choose next, so Min got it before me. Next one, I'm going for the scallop. And I'm going to need this. Yeah, and the rice here is just on point. Every single grain must have been hand-picked from the chef because they taste perfect. Oh, that is another candy of the sea. It must be living in the same candy shop as the scampis. Alright man, over to you.
Alright. I've been eyeing this belly snapper. I don't know what's around it. I thought it was bacon for a second, just because of the red bacon is not needed when you got sashimi. I mean, bacon makes everything amazing, but still, this is
No
so
bacon.
fresh.
No bacon.
Oh my gosh, it's so smoky. Like, smell it.
Well, that is smoky.
Yeah, it's really. God. That is so good.
Is it? I feel so jealous, like Min's just picking all of the amazing ones.
This is. It's like, if you love smoky things, this is that's like the best smoked anything I've ever had.
I'm gonna go in for the salmon. Oh, it feels like the squishy little jellyfish in my hands right now. Whoa. Whoa. How much? It's like they've injected fat into that salmon. It's so fatty and so smooth. Chef, can I order a whole plate of that? Because that was amazing. Thank you for bringing me to your favorite spot. I can definitely say I will be back here again with Yen. It's wrapped up an amazing day. 3 delicious sushi spots. Oh man, what do you reckon?
This is the definition of a sashimi marathon. We had Daruma, we had and sushi, and kokoro.
Daruma was kind of like one of those places. It's still one of my favorites. It's so good for the whole family. And you got the novelty of the sushi train, which you don't really get that much of in New Zealand, and you got a whole bunch of variety as well.
Yeah, I really love Daruma. The fact that it's good value, lots of variety, and there's just so much that you can actually eat for a good budget.
Yeah, and then we got And Sushi. That was one of the fusion spots that we went to. It's just a small place in Newmarket. Had a lot of very different flavors that combined a little bit of the Western element, a little bit of the Japanese element, and you mash them all together. Boom, And Sushi, delicious flavors, simple, and at the same time, it wasn't too pricey as well.
Yeah.
And then our final spot, Kokoro. That's a little bit of fanciness, you know. At first I was in there, I was like, whoa, this place is like super fancy.
So fancy. So fancy.
I wasn't sure, you know, sometimes you go to fancy spots and the food is just, it's okay.
Average, yeah. And that's the thing, sometimes you go to a very fancy place, you're like, oh.
Yeah,
You know,
Kokoro's
I'm gonna-
not one of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Kokoro is one of those places where you go in and you get what you're gonna pay for because this is that good.
It's amazing.
It's the freshness, it's the service. Kokoro, which actually means heart in Japanese, that you can tell the passion that comes through.
Yeah, definitely.
And while we were there, we were explained each of the different dishes and the sashimi, where they came from and its origins, which is really great when you get the provenance coming from the chef and the owner, which is awesome.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite joint, mate?
Okay, I'm gonna have to say it's Kokoro. It's one of those places that you don't go all the time, but when you do go, it is so good.
For me, Daruma has been a long time sushi joint favorite of ours. But man, like after experiencing Kokoro, I gotta say I've got a new favorite. Like that sashimi and that nigiri was just crazy.
The nigiri was
Like-
amazing. You just wish there was more. That's the kind of place where
Yeah.
you wish there was 5 pieces of every single sushi.
Exactly.
There. That's
Like
how
we
good.
went there, we already eaten so many sushis before already, and I still wanted more. Like I just could not get enough of
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It was amazing.
Really, what it comes down to is that love of food transcends all. I think love of food connects people in more ways than one.
Nice. Certainly got you connected. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Best Eats, then make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to see Min on the show again, you better leave a comment down below as well.
I'm always gonna be eating at some stage. You might even see me in Auckland just eating some random ass place.
You wanna-
Taking them my snaps.